Hello guys, what's up? Commander here. Welcome to my NXT TakeOver Chicago predictions. And I'm actually recording this on the morning of Friday. I actually have some time. Usually I don't, so I was like, okay, I'll do this before we go to work. So, NXT TakeOver Chicago. Let's get to it. Now, I thought the build to last TakeOver was terrible. Mainly the main match, Bobby versus Shinsuke. There was no build to it. Well, that's the complete opposite for Bobby Roode versus Hideo Itami. I think it's been amazing. I think it's been awesome. The other matches, not so much great build. But Bobby Roode versus Hideo Itami, I love it. I love what they've done with Hideo Itami, the silent badass. The way he just came in and then slapped the shit out of Bobby Roode and go to sleep to him. And it's been almost like every week there's been something, which is kind of surprising for NXT. I think it's just been great. I loved it. I think it's good. Will Hideo win? I don't think so. I don't think he'll win it yet. I think Bobby will get a dastardly heelish win, or whatever you want to call it. Maybe he'll win it in the future, but I think Bobby's gonna win it. And I hate these like injury jokes that people make about Hideo Itami. He was injured once, okay, and the second time he got dropped in his head by a rookie, Riddick Moss or whatever. That's not his fault. If it happened to you, the same thing would have happened. You would have been injured. It's not his fault. It just pisses me off when I see that. Like, Hideo's awesome. I love him. I think he's great. And I really think this could be a good match. I think it could be great. I'm looking forward to it. So I'll go with Bobby, but I really have enjoyed it. I think it's been awesome. I loved it. Just every week there's been something great involving Bobby and Hideo. I love it. Now, for the rest of the show, it's not really that great build. Like that one's really the highlight of the build. But next we have Asuka versus Ruby Riott versus Nikki Cross, triple threat for the NXT Women's Championship. Was supposed to be fatal 4-way, but Ember got injured. There was like a battle royal thing, and it was down to Ruby, Nikki, and Ember, and then Asuka just came out and like beat the shit out of everybody. And that was when Ember got injured. She threw her out the ring, and she landed in the barricade, and she got injured, so it's now a triple threat. I did sort of like the sort of look at Ruby Riott in the interview with Nikki Cross, and then Asuka had a thing this week. I did like that, but there hasn't been much interaction between them all to really build to the match. I think it could be a great match. These triple threat matches tend to be better. Multi-man matches do tend to, or women matches do tend to be a bit better because there's less rest holds, more action, and that's what we like. But yeah, I like the whole thing about Ruby Riott and her tattoos and stuff, and then Nikki Cross had this like weird interview, and she's like, "Ruby, where's Ruby? Where's Asuka?" All this kind of crazy shit. And then Asuka had the weird thing this week where she was being asked questions, and she was like, "Next question, next question." And then she was like out celebrating with the fans, and then she's like, "Yeah, yeah, yeah." And she's walking away from the fans, and she's sort of like disgusted with them. I was like, okay, this is weird. Don't know where they're going with this. She's acting like a heel. Then when she was around the fans, she was like, yeah, yeah, yeah. It was strange. It was strange. Different. As for this, I don't know if I see any Ruby or that winning. I don't know. I just don't see it. No, yeah, especially Ruby, 'cause she's not been there very long. And Nikki, I don't know. I don't think it's time yet. So I'll go with Asuka for the win. I don't really like the whole way that they've built Nikki in Sanity. I don't think they're doing a great job at all with Sanity. We'll talk about that in a momento. Next we have the Authors of Pain versus DIY in a ladder match for the NXT Tag Team titles. This hasn't been such very consistent with the build. It's sort of been on and off. They've had a couple promos. They announced the match, and that's kind of really it. I think that's all they really have done to get to this match. There should have been more. Like DIY is awesome. I love those guys. I think the Authors of Pain have been doing really good too. There wasn't enough interaction between the two guys, which kind of sucks. But the match. The match could probably be the best match on the show, because the tag match, that's what's been the case the last few takeovers now. And I honestly could see the same thing happening here. Like DIY sent out some tweets saying they were getting ready for this match. Tommaso was watching the WrestleMania Triple Threat ladder match or TLC match from WrestleMania 17, I think. And Johnny Gargano was playing No Mercy on Nintendo 64. He was getting ready for it. So yeah, do I see DIY winning it? Maybe get a win. I don't know. There hasn't really been much interaction between the two for me to really consider who could win or lose. So I don't know. I don't know if Authors of Pain are going to lose it yet. I would like DIY to win because I don't think they got a great title run. They didn't get a long title run at all. I would like to see Heavy Machinery eventually become tag team champions, but maybe just not yet. Maybe take over Brooklyn, or maybe they take over after that. Because I love those guys. I think they're awesome. They're hilarious. Their double team moves are just so unique and different. I love them. But as for this, I'll go Authors of Pain. But I could see it going either way. But I do expect a good match out of that. Now we have Tyler Bate versus Pete Dunne for the UK Championship. I think it's cool that they're doing this on a takeover. I think that's the way to go. Instead of them having like their own pay-per-view, because I don't think it's really necessary. Kind of like the UK weekly show that's supposedly going to happen. I don't think it's necessary. I would just put all these UK guys on NXT, just combine them in NXT. Same with 205 Live. I would scrap that because it's pretty shit most of the time, to be honest. It's not the best. Sometimes there's some good stuff, but they're not being used well on the main roster, in my opinion. 205 Live, NXT, UK show, boom, one show. Combine them all, make it an hour and a half, 2 hours at most if you really want to, and I think that would be better. But yeah, for this, I'm looking forward to it because I think this is going to be a great match. If it's like their match at the UK thing, I think it'll be good. So I might say Poifig, as Booker T would say. But I think Pete Dunne's going to win this. I do. I think it's just his time to win the title. Tyler Bates, had a few title defenses in NXT. I think he's going to win it, and people just love this Pete Dunne. They really do. They just think he's such an amazing heel, and there's such a fandom for the guy. They truly love him. Like there was a videos uploaded last night. Pete Dunne, Sam Gradwell, and Trent Seven, like these exclusive videos. Pete Dunne's has got 22,000, and then Sam has 11,000, Trent has 7,000. The comments, just people praising this guy. They just love him, which is great, which is really great. And he is a great wrestler. And I'm seeing more and more stuff and hearing more and more stuff from him. He does like some crazy stuff on the indies. He's great, but I think he's gonna win it. I do. I think he's really gonna become UK champion here. As for build, there hasn't really been any because they haven't really, done much. There's this UK thing, but I'll be watching it tonight when I get home from work. But yeah, Pete Dunne. Now, Roderick Strong versus Eric Young, singles match. Not really much build to this. Eric Young attacked Roderick Strong after Hideo Itami beat Roderick Strong in that epic match for the number of contenders match. And that's kind of it. They had a promo this week, and that's it. I don't like Sanity. I want to like them. I just don't like the way they're being used. They're not being used well, in my opinion. And I like the video packages they did on Roderick Strong. I thought that was great, and I thought it really made people care about the guys. I didn't really, I thought he was just kind of bland and boring before, but I really, that really changed my opinion of him. As for who'll win this, I don't know. I'll go Roderick Strong, but they haven't really given me a reason to care about that. But I'm kind of surprised there's no Drew McIntyre. He is going to be on the matches taped before TakeOver, or like a Cassius Ohno or Almas. They had a match this week in NXT, which was pretty good. I'm kind of surprised there's none of that, guys. But you never know. There could be a match added. But yeah, but there you have it. I gotta go. So gotta go get ready for work now. I got this done just in time. So yeah, there's my TakeOver predictions. Hope you enjoy the show. And if you didn't know, I'm not feeling well right now. Really not feeling good, if you could tell by my voice. But yeah, off to work now, and then we'll get that UK thing watched tonight. So thanks for watching. Subscribe, that like button, and I will see you on the next one. Bye bye.